Meeting to order. I'll open the meeting with a prayer and then we'll stand for the pledge. Father God, thank you for this beautiful morning. Thank you for the opportunity to come before you and just approach you and ask that you guide us and lead us in all that we take up this morning, the business that comes before us. Lord, we seek your wisdom, not our own. And in all things, may the outcome be that it best serves the greater good of Laclede County. We're just grateful to call this county home and the wonderful people that live here. And Lord, just pray for the continued well-being and the prosperity of our county. Lord, be with those who serve our country around the world. Lord, just lift them up to you that they're able to accomplish their mission. And Lord, they're also kept out of just put a protective hand on each and every one of those. Lord, be with all those who do serve here in Laclede County, whether it's out in the field, whether it's here in the office. We just have so many good coworkers that every day do just really great things to serve their neighbors here. Lord, we love you. Thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May be seated. We'll take up minutes first, and I have the 24th and I have the 31st. Looking at the 24th. Did I say the 24th? Or no? And since I was gone, you may have already taken those. You already did those. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, so I have the 31st.
I make a motion to approve the minutes as written.
I'll second that.
Have a motion second to approve the minutes as presented. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Minutes approved. Next order of business will be the bid opening. We have a surplus vehicle, and Erik, I think they are on your end of the table.
We got them.
Okay.
4? That's good.
Here's a bid for $1,200.
2008 Crown Vic.
That's from Jeremy Smith.
There's another one for $300.
300.
And that is from Wasmer.
$502.
Peekaboo.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. That'll work.
And last, $1,776.
I like that number.
Yeah, Charlie Maddox. Mm-hmm. You get a little creative with that, wasn't he?
I like that.
Yeah, 1776.
Okay. So just to recap, we had one bid for $1,200, one bid for $300, one bid for $502, and one bid for $1,776.
You bet. I like that we're getting more than one bid at this time, and stuff seems to be working pretty good. But I'd like to make a motion to approve the bid of 1776, the 2009 bid.
Have a motion and second to approve the bid from Mr. Charlie Maddox in the amount of $1,776. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Contact the individual and let him know he was the successful bidder. You want those? Okay. All right. Next order of business, no particular order, but the order that I put them on the agenda, we have a public hearing. This will serve as a public hearing we'd received a petition to establish Jessica Lane as a county maintained road. This started, last year. We had a lady approach us, and our road and bridge foreman had met with that individual, had looked at the improvements that needed to be made before we could accept the road in. It has set all winter. The road and bridge foreman has went back down there, reviewed the condition of the road, and reports that he is willing to accept it in as it is. That particular road, and I have the file on it. I believe it's 0.181 miles. So it's not a long road, but it'll serve that area well, and not that far from existing equipment in order to maintain it. So
Right, it's just right there.
yeah, and so that petition was received. The individual did the work that was required. The timeline has been fulfilled. So with that,
I'm gonna make a motion to accept Jessica Lane as county maintained.
I would second that motion to bring it into the county.
we have a motion second to approve the Jessica Lane as a county maintained road that will be added to the cart list. So I have a motion second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Aye, all opposed, same sign. We will notify Ms. Morrow, let her know that, and we'll let Road and Bridge know. And then the next opportunity to include this on our cart list, we will do that as well. Okay?
Bet.
All right.
Do you
Just
want
keep
any-
the whole file.
Yeah,
I
we'll
don't
put it established.
need it back. Okay?
Established.
All right. So the next one is public hearing to abandon Galena Road. And this was an individual that came before the commission, had presented a statement. We wish to gain ownership of Galena Road. It is a dead-end road which will be maintained by us, by them. There's been no postal service for several years, and our mailbox is at the corner of Grindstone and Salem, well past the sign. We will post a sign with a phone number on it to call and make appointments to visit the cemetery. So this is one we'd heard. There's a cemetery there, Gerald Cemetery. We have all the paperwork on that in discussions with the homeowner, and by their statement, they are willing to post their information there if someone wants to visit that cemetery. That road is 0.249 miles in length. As we've looked at that, there's no other property owners on that road, so it only serves the one home, and
Dead end road.
it's a dead end road. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, didn't go
Yeah.
through.
And really for us, I can't find but one time that we've probably serviced that road, maybe in the last 5 years. Really, it's in that county's best interest, I think, probably to abandon that road. So here's the information that they presented. Here's a deed to the cemetery and some of the history that we found out on that. So
Yeah, it's the same stuff we looked over primarily earlier on with that and everything. I really appreciate their diligence to do some work there and to bring that up and everything. So I would go with a motion to go ahead and abandon Galena Road.
I'm gonna second it.
okay, I have a motion second to abandon Galena Road, and that would be removed from our cart list on the next time we report that to MoDOT, and that would remove 0.249 miles off of our funding. Motion second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Aye. All opposed, same sign. Road will be abandoned, and we'll need to notify that individual as well, and notify Road and Bridge to cease any type of projected work on it. Next, I have This will serve as a public hearing. We had a petition to vacate Kerby Road, and I believe we have an individual here this morning, Ms. Ogle, that had presented that petition. Is that correct? Okay. They had gathered signatures. They had fulfilled the statutory guidelines. They posted in the 3 locations, and now it would be up for discussion as to whether or not to abandon or vacate, in this case, Kerby Road. Now, in this case, Ms. Ogle, it looks like there's multiple property owners on that road. Is that correct?
One lives in Florida, and the other farmed the land down at the bottom, up until the corner from FF
Okay.
to the corner before the hill that goes up to our farm.
Okay.
But we have land on both sides.
Okay. And I think I brought that up and looked at that. So your desire is to petition to vacate that entire length of the road, which is 1.104 miles by my records. Okay. All right. Do you have any, this is a public hearing, so I'll give you the opportunity to speak to the reasons why you desire to have that closed, knowing that there are other landowners around there, which can make it more difficult to, even though we've not had a remonstrance in this length of time, or do we?
We've got 3.
Okay,
We didn't want to keep the farmers off there working their land down there. So they would be, be able to go through with their equipment. Farmers had always had, was our idea. It was to keep FedEx from flying through, the propane trucks, the drive-by-throughs at night. You get so many meth heads just doing vandalism and drunks, leaving garbage on our land. And they have torn up all our fencing that we originally bought for around the old house, which is no longer there, the fencing. We had the freeway come through there when all the roads were closed, when before the new bridge got built at the triple bridges. So if anything happened on the freeway, well, they all came from their GPS, and one car after another car, and stopping to visit our horses, and there was a van of Mexicans that all got out in the back, and I'm alone on that farm. There's no one else that lives on that farm land. The landowners, they live somewhere else down a mile away or 2 miles away. They don't have to deal with what we have to deal with, protecting our land. And I'm tired of being scared. We'd like to just stop the traffic from going through. We've lived there 20 years with that farm that we bought.
okay, so I've just been handed,
I will keep calling the sheriff every single time there's something. If the road stays counted.
okay, do you have any?
And the sheriff gets tired of being called.
Well, they have a lot of ground to cover,
But when I
that's
hear
for sure.
gunshots at night, I'm going to call the sheriff, and I have, and they don't come out. It's my problem. But we'd like to at least close the road off so they know it's not accessible to them.
Okay. Do you have any questions, either one of you, for Ms. Ogle?
Not as far as questions or anything. I mean, I understand their concerns and stuff, and from what I heard, I also heard a key thing there, that was a connecting road, a different route, a detour route, basically, that a lot of people use to go through
For farmers.
whenever another. Those wasn't farmers that are stopping and petting your horses, so.
No.
It wasn't, the Mexicans wasn't
I
farming the
don't have a
land.
problem with the farmers coming
So,
through with their
yes, ma'am,
tractors.
I understand that. So I was just trying to go back through off of your statement and how that road is actually a connecting road from one point to another. If something happens down the road, a detour route, that is a connecting road to two other major roads to get around. That's my statement that I'm making.
And you know it doesn't save any time because it's so bumpy.
And that it may not, I don't know. I think I've only been on that road maybe
Yeah.
twice in my whole life, maybe.
It's a detour route, yes.
So,
GPS detour route,
you bet.
so they can do whatever out in the country.
That's my deal there. I understand trying to protect your land and stuff. I live at a dead end of a 1/4 mile lane. I have people drive down my driveway thinking that it is a county road as well, even though it is a private drive. I've had people dump trash. I have things like that, you know, so I sympathize with you on that stuff there.
It
But
used to be private.
that is one of those things though that I have to deal with. It's where I've chose to live. It's what I've got. And I deal with those accordingly, as you have as well.
When we bought the place, we were told that it was private. That year, in '07, it just, right after we bought it, turned county.
Yeah.
Because of the statute of limitations of my father-in-law having the county blade it.
I don't know how that
And I don't
was.
know how that got took over just
Yes.
like that, but you can look back on records in
Right.
'07.
Yeah, I'm not doubting that, but I also know on some other representation of private or county maintained and other things like that, we deal with quite often as well. Last week, I had a realtor call me on some stuff as well, so.
I don't like the idea of shutting down a through road. We all have a tendency to take some of these roads for granted until something happens to a road around there, and now we have no way to get through on a detour, okay? If it was a dead-end road, not connecting, I wouldn't have a problem with this at all.
You just drive up the highway and you turn on FF. I've never seen any emergency vehicles or any county have to fly through for anything, for a detour.
The other thing I hear you say that you don't have a problem with the farmers and their vehicles, the tractors or whatever going through. But
That's all during the day hours.
who is supposed to police that? If we abandon that road, then whose road is it? Is that yours to police from that point on, and you're gonna tell who can go through and who
We
can't?
wouldn't
Or
police it, it would be an easement for farmers. I imagine you put a sign up for a private road or something, we would.
That's not gonna stop people from still driving through
The
it.
gate at night won't stop them, but that's called breaking and entering when you break down the gate to go through.
I am not for
I'm
vacating.
talking up by the
Kerby.
farmhouse, the gate, not down at the beginning of the road. Where we have our cattle guards.
Okay.
Where our land ends at that first cattle guard coming from FF. That's where our land starts on the left-hand side all the way up the hill. And then you go around the corner and then there's a second cattle guard up before the old house. And that's where we would probably put the gate.
As I've stated there earlier, as far as for my importance on it is a connecting road that connects two major roads there for detour reasons in case of anything may happen. We have 3 different letters here from other people concerning, and I'm gonna assume some of those are your farmers and the other landowners that are there as well, from best I can tell. So I'm also in agreement with Erik that I think we will leave the road open and not vacate.
Okay,
Okay.
Yes,
So,
yes, sir.
Ms. Ogle, we recognize your and have listened to your concerns. You did present a petition. We have heard remonstrance by way of these individuals who submitted letters this morning. And then I would refer to statute 228-190. No public road shall be abandoned or vacated except through the actions of the county commission declaring such road vacated after public hearing. So what I hear from the commission is that there is no, I have not heard anyone move to vacate this road. So at this time, by statute 228-190, we have conducted a public hearing, and the action of the commission at this time would be not to vacate that road. We thank you for your time, and we did consider it. And I pray that we did give you the opportunity to have your voice heard. So seeing no motion, we'll move on to the next item on the agenda, and that would be the consulting agreement with Great River Engineering. And Joe, if you want to speak to that, I think you've done the research, and we have that for an action item this morning.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I contacted Brian in there and visited with him after meeting with him about CCAN and stuff like that on a few things that we've been through. And basically for preserving our roads, trying to get something started on some of them and see what we can do, cost effectiveness, see what we can do to preserve them, to keep our paved roads and stuff up, maybe get into something else to where maybe we can look into maybe even getting some more paved somewhere down the road. You know, preservation mainly to take care of what we've got, because if we can't take care of what we've got, there's no sense in creating any more. So I visited with him. He drew us up a contract listing a lot of things here going on how he would go through, look over, analyze, rate roads in his opinion of stuff, and then of course then we can get them by our traffic counts and do as we see fit for how ours is. I got these here, made copy, gave them to both of y'all with some time. So for the most part, I think it's pretty well explanatory. I added up, he got a full breakdown sheet on there on how all of his stuff comes out to. And I believe with that, if you total that all up, for his valuation for pavement preservation would be a total of $7,680.
Joe, I think I read in mine, and I appreciate the work that you've done on this, and I think this is a positive step for us as we move forward to continue to improve county, maintain, and ultimately improve to the best of our ability. I found in here on Exhibit B, 7,300, and I don't know.
Maybe
Joe,
that's why I said I was just going, yes.
If I got the
I'll
wrong.
get back to, nope, you should have.
Is that the amount we would be? It says client shall pay a consultant for basic service set forth in Exhibit A,
Yeah.
a lump sum amount of $7,300.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, if you add up everything that he had here, I'm coming up to 7,680, but the key statement here in his contract, that was the only thing that I found.
Yeah, so Joe, if I may, this is what they're, if they used an administrative 2, then they would charge the $135 per hour. If they used an administrative 8, so that just illustrates the cost
of where they're at with it.
Exactly, okay. But it looks to me like it's capped at 7,300.
Yeah. Okay.
And
that's what I was wanting to bring to light. The only thing that I seen if I added all of that, but you're probably right there for going through if they use.
Yeah, because they won't use all of those in that.
I don't see how
process.
Right, and that was the only thing that I still need to get with him to clear up. But you have better knowledge on that stuff than what I do. But yeah, that's what it states right here, Exhibit B through B1. So that's why I'm saying it looks like the most amount would be that, but that 7,300 should be our cost for that. In
Is
agreement?
there a length of agreement on that, a year or
So
one time or?
Yeah,
it's,
30-day.
it's my understanding, Joe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's my understanding that there will be services performed, an evaluation presented for us to then review for any action we want to take as a commission. We're not asking them to perform any of the work. We're just asking them as a consultant to provide us the information we can use to make the best decision with what we have available.
That is correct.
Is that correct?
That is
Now,
correct.
and I would also point out that the county, it currently has an existing relationship with Great River Engineering through the floodplain management, and they have done work for the county in the past. So we're not establishing a new relationship.
Right.
All we are doing is we've identified a need, and we're asking them to provide some technical consulting services to us.
Yes, sir.
That's a one-time. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, for the amount of 7,300.
That is correct, stated in the contract.
Okay. And I did put it on here as an action item.
I'm good with it.
So then I guess I will make a motion to approve the contract for 7,300 for Great River Engineering for pavement preservation.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to execute an agreement with Great River Engineering on a one-time basis for evaluating county roads in the amount of $7,300. Do I have any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Now, Joe, they put your name on it, so you get to sign it. No, on the,
I don't have to initial that one.
no, because you're gonna sign it.
Okay. I'm just gonna initial too.
Did you have, for Robert, how many did you take him down in numbers out of Blue Shield? I don't have.
It's up here on the bottom.
Don't feel like you do have to do that.
That's kind of where I was at, but they're slapping my hands on the deal. I just feel like,
Okay, the next item on our agenda, the sheriff has asked the commission to draft a resolution for participation in the Blue Shield program. We did this last year. We were not successful at that time. So Sheriff Frederick is renewing our efforts so that we can perhaps take advantage of this and put it to good use in Laclede County. So we have resolution number 2026-1, and it says, whereas the county of Laclede, Missouri continues to see an increased threat of violent crime, which requires additional resources for law enforcement, whereas the county of Laclede, Missouri has increased the law enforcement budget each of the past 5 budget cycles, and whereas the county of Laclede, Missouri continues to make significant investments for public safety by recruiting, retaining, and supporting quality law enforcement officers, and whereas the county of Laclede, Missouri is dedicated to providing a safe environment for those who call Laclede County home and everyone who visits. Now therefore be it resolved by the County Commission of the County of Laclede, Missouri as follows. The County of Laclede is committed to public safety and will endeavor to enhance the law enforcement reduce crime, maintain safe communities in Laclede County by order of the County Commission of Laclede County, Missouri on this 14th day of April 2026. So gentlemen, it would be my recommendation that we approve this resolution and hopefully receive the opportunity for that additional funding through the governor's program.
I would move to go ahead and adopt the resolution number 2026-1 at this time.
I'll move second.
Okay, I have a motion and second to approve resolution number 2026-1 to participate in the Blue Shield program as read. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign.
I get to sign
Resolution
this one, too.
approved.
I don't initial this one.
Okay, we'll get that to Sheriff Frederick here. I have somebody's, I don't know, that
Nope.
came down.
Okay.
All right. Next item on the agenda is to approve the senior tax applications that we've received as of this date. As I think most people know, the process was much more convenient this year. We instituted a automatic renewal with certain requirements. If someone had made any changes, they would self-report those. And also the taxes have to be current. And I think the community really appreciated that. It's been so much easier. I just don't even know how to describe it this morning, because the resources that we had implemented in the past just to get to this point was a cost, to the taxpayer just through having staffing to process those. So we've reduced the cost and we've made it so much more convenient. And I think that's been noted many times, and I'm sure you've heard it as
Oh
much
yeah,
as
positive effect for sure. A lot of people, they just really enjoyed not having to come and do that again or fill out and bring in stuff. And yeah.
And I would note that the program is still open for anyone online that might be viewing this, or anyone that would want to share this with their neighbors that might be eligible. I believe this goes through May 29th. That day, is that the correct date, Linda? Okay.
Yeah.
Friday, May 29th. So even though we're approving the bulk of these this morning, there's still an opportunity for an individual to come in and apply. And of course, the requirements are that you're 62 years of age or older, you're the owner of the property, you live on the property, and your taxes are current. So I would encourage anyone listening, watching, to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
So with that, I asked Mike just to put together some quick notes for me so we could kind of have an update. We had 2,384 auto renewals. There we did have 23 individuals that are deceased that were removed from the list. We had 42 that sold their homes. We had one home that was torn down, and we have a handful that their 25 taxes have not been paid yet. And then I think we've had some additional 213 applications that looked at. So with those numbers, it looks like it's maintaining about 2,500 or a little more. And so that's a slight increase over last year. With that, I would ask that we, if you want to review those, but I can assure you they've been vetted through the process we've used the last 2 years. And therefore, I would entertain any thoughts you have, or any discussion you have, or any action that you want to take.
Any discussion?
No.
I feel very confident in the what we put into play to vet these and stuff. So I'd go ahead and make a motion at this time to approve the 213 apps that we have here.
Well, there's more.
And I would also recommend that we approve approve,
The
to make it
renewals as well.
official that we do the renewals.
Okay.
That would be my recommendation.
I could add that into my motion to approve all renewals as well as the 213.
I'll second it.
Okay, have a motion second to approve the renewals and new applications as presented this morning for the senior tax freeze. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. They're approved, and we'll get those back to,
You just sign the top one.
Initial.
you want maybe that? No?
You can stick it under that. Yeah.
Okay.
Slide. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
And I will say, depending on what the legislature ends up doing this year, this program could look the same, or it could look different next year. We'll just take it one year at a time. Okay, so with that, for the sake of those who are in the room, for the media that's present, we will go ahead, and I'm going to jump down to public comments items listed on the agenda, except for number 8. And then we're going to take up routine business. I'll take public comments items not listed on the agenda, and if there's any general county business, and then we may recess until 10 o'clock, which I do have on there, a closed session on the agenda. So with that, public comments items listed on the agenda. Okay, seeing none, then we will go to routine business, and I'll get my stack out of the way first. Did everybody have a chance to see the warrants, the accounts payable?
Yes, sir.
No questions? Okay. All right, Linda, we'll take yours up. We have some abstracts presented here.
Just notation.
You have payroll too, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Bunch of it looks like. I'll do that, and then I'll read this. Or is this
It's just.
you just included in
Yeah,
routine
it's
business?
just
Okay.
routine.
All right, Linda's presented the statement. These are documents that will be destroyed, and this is per statute.
Okay.
And it's the August 3, November 2nd, various election dates. And
That are older than 22 months.
so with that, it looks like you're just requesting it be noted in commission minutes, but no action.
That's the statute.
Okay. All right.
Then these get broke.
I'll slide these down as a stack there.
You're fine.
Not that it
You're
makes a
fine.
whole lot of difference probably, but I'll slide it down since they were handed to me in that way.
Yes, sir.
Gentlemen, I believe this is the most I've ever seen at any one time.
Come through at once.
Did you take vacation?
Yeah.
That's basically a job transfer.
Does it need approval from one office to the other?
Yes, which is what you'll do
Which,
here.
okay, by
It has.
by
department.
acknowledging these,
Yes.
so we have,
Yes.
okay, so. I have no objection, I just wanna make sure I understand the protocol. What'd you guys do while I was gone?
We took care of stuff in about 11 minutes.
At the meeting.
That was even was a lengthy proclamation.
Yeah, Erik had to read it. I had Erik.
I seen that in the newspaper,
You bet.
I did.
Well, we didn't want to make you feel left out, you know. I think somebody else may have been holding a lot of this up. I don't know.
Anything else? Okay. All right, at this time, I will move to public comments and I'll recognize any individuals that would like to address the commission items not listed on the agenda. Okay. Seeing none, then I'll go to other county business, gentlemen.
You believe I have anything? Kentucky Bridge is underway. Boss culvert there, doing good. They ran into a little bit of resistance with some things. So they got it taken care of. Christian's down there helping, and man, it seems like everything's going pretty good there.
Good. I stopped out by there yesterday and
Good.
checking on the progress and looking good.
Yeah.
Looks like they were getting a lot done and just starting to the assembly on it.
Yes, correct. Yeah, had a feedback from a few of the residents in the area and stuff, and they're glad to see it. Something happening there. So other than that, just normal, hot, dry, wet mess.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed. That's right. Pretty much the same.
Well, I had, Erik, did you have anything? And I come back around. I had 3 notes I made. Any update on the conservation rock?
Not that I've heard. You got some?
I talked with Ms. Cheek this morning,
Okay.
and they have given clearance to put the rock on the two roads where no changes were asked for. There is a guy that was gone for a month for whatever reasons, that is looking into the feeder roads for this season. So he's kind of holding, that has held up the final signing of the contract. But if no changes are to be, if all the material is gonna go on the roads it was called for, we did get a green light to go ahead and do that.
So we've got, excuse me, so we've got verbiage to go ahead and do the standard, the ones that was on
And
before.
rustic.
Oh, just those.
Canary,
We,
maybe.
we may have identified something there for an
Okay, so
auxiliary feeder road as well, so. I'm just happy to hear that they are, actually actively looking into it now. But it is holding up
The final agreement.
correct.
Are we comfortable going ahead and doing that without that final agreement? I'm not opposed, I'm just asking.
I am for, and Jared, you know, when he gets started, he will start on the two roads that have, no feeder roads connecting to them.
Okay.
And then we'll probably regroup at that point, and if he gets those done, and we haven't heard anything, make a decision on going ahead with as is, and hopefully maybe next year.
And we still have 30 days to get it knocked out,
Yeah.
so I don't think we're hurt at this point.
No.
Okay, well, thanks for that update. I know that it's been hard to get a hold of that one lady for sure. All right, next time ahead, there's a generator that's sitting over there on the annex parking lot, and what would be the pleasure of the commission to for the use of that generator, or to reassign that, or to sell that generator? I'm putting that out for discussion. That's just something I remembered this morning as I looked out there, and I've been reminded by the OEM director half a dozen times.
Is that the gray one that's on a
Yes.
trailer
Mhm.
that did have lights or
Correct.
some light towers or something?
And they had some type of issue with the lights and stuff, but yeah.
That has never been dove into to really see if it works or doesn't work, or,
I think they said at one time, unless you're going off what was told, that the generator itself worked, but it had issues with the lighting, so.
has anybody, any other offices or departments expressed an interest?
So it's my
Go ahead.
understanding at least one of the rural fire departments would be interested if it was gifted, if it was reassigned to them. At least one, maybe two.
So with that, do we need to reach out to the others as far as that goes, or see if anybody wants to show interest in it? And let them basically apply for, or?
I would be happy with that. That may have already been done, may not have been done, but we can.
We haven't done it.
No, we
Okay.
haven't done it, no. But I have reason to believe that the OEM director probably has. So if that would be the direction you want us to go, then we
Either
can.
gift it or sell it, we don't need it.
Okay, so out of those two, if we had a rural fire department that was interested, would we want to allow them to take ownership of it? I'm not sure what we would receive. We wouldn't know until we put it out for bid, but would it be better served if a rural fire department could use it?
I would think so.
My only hesitation with that is, yeah, it's nice to receive, but are they going to do anything with it?
Instead of just sit around like it's been for us. That's where I go with it, but And obviously the question is, yes, it would be better probably for a rural fire department or some other entity of that sort to have that if they could use it.
Yeah.
And if they need to use it, I mean, it needs to be what's going to be put into play. It don't need to set for 3 years, not ever be started or run or maintained. Because in that case, it just needs to go somewhere else. It's just collecting dust.
Correct. And if that's what's gonna happen, and whatever we can get out of it is better served than that, so. But I'm definitely not opposed to gifting it to one of the rural fire departments.
So
They can
what
use it.
what I'm hearing is that would be our first choice.
I would rather, yeah. I would.
Okay. Then if it's the pleasure of the commission, then I will reach out to the OEM director and ask him to inquire of all rural fire departments
Thank you.
regarding their interest in that. And I'll bring that back next week. That'd be okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Next time I have there was an email I sent out last week. I'd been contacted by MoDOT. They have a public hearing. It was not a public hearing. It's just a public presentation.
Yeah.
Tomorrow at 5 to 7, it's come and go, and it's to demonstrate or reveal or showcase or gather ideas what their plans for the I-44 corridor would look like in Laclede County. And that's 5 to 7. Jack, is that the Wallace building? You probably have already reported on that, I bet.
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, and it's a come and go, public invited, and I'm sure MoDOT would appreciate all input from anyone as to what ideas look like. So that's tomorrow evening, 5 to 7 at the Wallace building. Okay. Okay, their clock up there is not working. It looks like it needs a battery. I have
It's
9:25. What my intentions would be is, if there's no other general county business to come before us, then I would recommend that we recess until 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, we'll come back in, and I have on the agenda a closed session for personnel reasons as per RSMO 610-021. And after that, then I will ask for a motion to come back into regular session, and I'll leave the option open at that time whether there's anything comes up or not. And I don't know what that time frame looks like. But what I know right now, it's 9:25, and I would like us to recess until 10 a.m. We'll come back in this room, and then I'll ask for a motion to go into closed session.
Agree to recess.